Oh, very good afternoon, evening, or morning, depending where you're watching from. We're attempting another world's most dangerous or challenging approach. I think this one comes under challenging because of the ice and the mountain surrounds. We're over Greenland. Now I'm going to try and pronounce this airport correctly, but I'll probably get it wrong, so below in the comments if you want. This is Narsarsuaq in Greenland. It's on the most dangerous approach lists for a very good reason. It's set within the fjord mountains in Greenland, and there's only really one runway to enter, and that's runway 06 for landing. The approach we're going on to, as you can see now, we're getting to 12,000. We're on the clock, so this is the approach here. Just bring in the zoom a little bit as we can see. We can't actually see from there. So the approach we're going on to is we're going into Narsarsuaq VOR DME, which is 359NA November Alpha. From there we're going to swing a right 272 degrees, and then we're going to travel out roughly about 10 miles, and then we've got to perform a 12 DME arc turn to the right of 066 degrees to line up with the runway. This is the problem with the mountains, visibility in the mists. It's a little bit like in Innsbruck, as it's a mountainous, but it's a bit more dangerous because it's icy and the sudden updrafts. Now I've got real world weather on, and at the minute we have got a shear warning, but we've got at the minute a 220 by 2 knots wind, which isn't too bad. Overcast of 5,500 feet, temperature is 3, the QNH is 1,000 hectopascals. So let's get on the landing lights now. We're coming to 10,000. We're going to turn them all on. Transition altitude in these parts are 9,000 feet. So as you can see in the background here is one of the fjords. It's by the NDB. We're trying to keep on the. You see now we're getting a bit of bump, a bit of turbulence. This is what happens when you're coming into here. I don't know if this approach is normally done with an A320 or B738 or 739, but the runway length seems to be okay to land. I say seems to be. I haven't seen anything. It's just these terrains because there we go, the updrafts there. That's why it's dangerous. Setting the barrows 1,000. Now cross check 7,900 feet now. Rigid. So you get some horrible updrafts as you've just seen there. The aircraft just went mental. We're coming over the tips of the mountains here. Breaking cloud. Of course, this flight, once we've done the turn to come back in, is all manual flight. There's no ILS, there's not even a VOR. It is literally an NDB. So all you've got is a point with a distance measuring equipment to the runway, and then it's up to you from there, and you've got the minimum of criteria. So on the right turn, we're hoping to be at 3.6. So that's what's in the altitude window, 3,600 feet. And then before we start that arc turn, we're going to reduce the altitude to 3,100 feet, ready for a waypoint called Foxtrot Quebec 06, which is Delta 8.0, which is 8 miles away from the runway. And there we're going to be taking a 5.6 degree glide slope down to 2,100 feet to another 50 DME marker. That's Delta 5.0. And then from there, continuing the 5.6 glide, there's the runway in front of us, all the way down to Delta 4 miles, which is Mike Quebec 06. The runway now is just in front of us. we've got to turn and come back on that. So with the weather, and it's a bit bumpy. There we go. So let's concentrate on the approach. Do we just activate the flaps there? Do a quick check. So turn off the weather, I'm not requiring that. Arm spoilers, flaps 1 is set at the minute, parking brake is off, approach mode is set. Turn on the arc. Nice views of the Greenland mountain side. All lights are on, strobes on, wings on, lamp lights on, everything is on there. We're actually going to start the APU also on the approach phase. Altitude's now hold, so I can now select my next altitude, which is 3,100 feet. And just before this a DME arc, just before this waypoint here, I'm going to activate that turn. It's a beautiful valley there. So we're staying flaps 1. I've got no V deviation, so I'm actually going to go to flaps 2. I'm going to bring the gear down. I'm going to fully configure for landing now. That's just fully configured for landing. We see we've got a glide there, so we can bring that down now. A little bit of deviation there. Turning back towards over the mountain peaks. This is a challenging approach. So as you can see, you're right close to the mountains on the turn, unlike in Innsbruck. We should start to be able to see the runway, hopefully now. Got to stay within this arc, it's very important. The runway just in the background there. We're going to get some wind drafts up here. That mountain looks very close. It's actually the highest peak is 2,729 feet, so we're all good there. From this altitude now we're held, we're going to go down to our lowest altitude, which will be 1,800 feet. And we'll start that at Foxtrot, Quebec.
2,500.
Roger, 2,500. Steep turns. about 1,400. That's our minimum altitude. I'll take the flight director off for this. As you can see, from here to here there is no actual path. So from minimums, which is here,
Hundred above.
check 100 above. We're going to go for a visual approach. The weather's good, but this is where it's going to get tricky. Actually 100, I do apologise.
1,000.
Check 1,000.
Minimum.
Continue. Line up, trying out for the runway.
Approaching 07.
Continue. Well, that V did bug. It's confusing me.
500. 400. 300.
Sync rate.
200. 100. 50, 40,
Sync rate.
30, 20, retard.
We're just pulling off.
2,000 feet remaining.
There we are. There we are then. We did that. Now I'll stop the clock. And we're going to pull into this parking bay. There we are, we have successfully arrived. Greenland. A difficult approach. Did enjoy that one, so there we are. Just apply the parking brakes. Get the printout. Brake fans on for a very good reason, because I had to brake pretty hard coming into there. Let's the APU's on, so we could get rid of the generators, take off the beacons and strobes. Oops, sorry. Nav down to 1. Okay, so we can now kill the engines. Kill that. That's going to go up. Seatbelts could go off. Fuel pumps could go off. We're going to request some ground power. Ground services, yes please. That's some chocks, that's some power. Once ground power's on, turn over, take off the APU, beacon go off, nav lights can go off. Nav lines can go off, the ILS. Crew supply could go off, not required. GPU, so we don't need that. Okay. So that is pretty much that sorted. Let's let off the passengers now. So go ahead and open the front door.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Just doing the last little bits. Door can be unlocked. Parking brake can be released. It's on chocks. And we can get rid of the batteries. Everything else is turned off. I want no steer off for next time. And shut down the aircraft. And that is us. We use the Scandinavian Air Service here at very icy, very beautiful Greenland. Well, thanks for watching.